Good morning. Today I am going to be using some of the items that I've shown you in the last two haul videos, and I began with moisturizing my lips, and I just used my Burt's Bees Pumpkin Spice Lip Balm. I've been using this sparingly because it was limited edition. I bought it sometime at the end of fall, beginning of winter, and I haven't been using it much because I really like it and I want it to last a little while. But I was thinking about that yesterday, how I do things like that, and it's kind of stupid, you know. If I like it that much, why not use it every day? But I don't know. I'm funny about limited edition products like that. Okay, so let's move on to something that is not limited edition. Although I never see this in the store, it's always sold out, and that is the, well, not sold out, but out of stock. I'm talking about the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Coconut Water Primer Stick. You can only get Hard Candy at Walmart. But yeah, I never see this on the shelf anymore. And I see the other one that they have that's like a mattifying stick, but I never see this one. And I think it's because it's a really good product. Every foundation that I use this over, or did I say that backwards? Every foundation that I use with this primer stick seems to just go on that much better. So for a brush to apply it, I'm going to use an It Cosmetics brush from Ulta. This is that special line of brushes that they sell at Ulta. It's the, I believe this is called the blurring brush. No, Airbrush Blurring Foundation Brush. And it's number 101. So what I do is I just swirl my brush right onto the stick and apply it that way. And it gives you, not only is it a great product, but it gives you a cooling sensation, which is really nice in the summer. Not so great in the winter, but it just feels really nice on your skin. And I would say it has a slight moisturizing effect. Nothing too dramatic, but nice for people who have slightly dry skin like I do. This is the first primer that I've owned that I might actually use the whole thing up, because it's very rare for me to actually finish something. That's why you never see me do empties videos. I was saving all my empties in a bucket for a while, and one day I looked at my pathetic box of empties and said, this is ridiculous. I can't do a video about this because it's, by the time I got to where I had enough to do a video, it'd be like, 5 years later. So I thought, this is stupid. I just threw them all in the recycle bin. So I can't really do empties because I buy too much stuff. But that's, I think, a problem that a lot of YouTubers have. Because nothing gets me more excited than trying new things. So I'm constantly buying stuff and trying it. Alright, so primer's on. And next would be foundation. And I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r foundation in 160 Warm Peach. And make sure you shake it up before you use it, because that does make a difference. Because otherwise, you'll get all the real super liquidy stuff on the top of your bottle, and it'll be really thick down the bottom. And then when you get to the bottom, it might not pump out so well. Not that this is a thick foundation. It's a very thin foundation. But still, I don't see a lot of people shaking up their liquid foundations before they use them. And I hope this comes back into stock soon. I bought this months and months and months ago, not at my local Sephora. I actually had to hunt down my color and go to a Sephora that was like an hour away from me just to find 160. And every time I go to my local Sephora, they never, ever have this color in stock. So Fenty Beauty needs to hire some more people to work in their factories or something, because I'm just using that same brush that I just showed you. Yeah, Fenty Beauty needs to hire more workers or something, because apparently they just can't keep up with the demand, and they're constantly releasing new products, and I really wish they would just slow down the new product release and restock their foundation because everybody loves it. One of the reasons why I like this foundation so much is it's the perfect balance of moisture. I find this to be, it's not a matte finish to me, but it isn't dewy either. It's like just somewhere in between. And I kind of like that. I don't like a foundation to be like one or the other. If I'm in the mood for dewy, which I obviously have been because I bought that MAC Fix Plus and that gives you that dewy glow. But sometimes I don't feel like that, you know? So I don't want my foundation to be dewy. I don't want it to be either one. If I want to do matte, I'll add more powder. If I want a glow, I'll spray some Fix Plus in my face. But I don't want my foundation to be one or the other. And I find that that's how most foundations are nowadays. They're actively promoting it that way. But this is just like, I don't know, somewhere in between. Okay, and I love the coverage on this because it's not like cake face full foundation, but yet it covers what I need it to cover for the most part. For the most part. But that's where concealer comes in, right? If there's anything that isn't just right, we can always fix it with concealer. Speaking of which, that is the next product. I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealers. I have C1 and C3, and I try not to buy multiple colors of things, but if I'm not sure, sometimes I do, just in case, and I'm so glad I did. Because C1 is too light and C3 is too dark for me. C2 is one of the yellow-based concealers, and I'm cool toned. So I mix C1 and C3 together to get the perfect color for me. So that's C1. See how light that is? I definitely don't need it that to be that light. And then C3 is just a hair darker than what I would like it to be. I know it looks really light in the tube, but then when you apply it, it looks a little bit darker. So I just take a little of each. And these have those big, massive doe foot applicators on them. So I'm just going to dot some of that underneath my eyes. And then take a little from the other tube and dot some of that under there. And I'm going to use that same brush and just blend it in. Now, I have a really nice concealer brush from Sephora, but what I do is I use this big foundation brush, then the excess, I'm going to put it on my eyes because I get a little bit of discoloration in my eye area, and the eye primer that I use now, the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer, doesn't cover discoloration. It's just basically for making your eyeshadow go on nice, and it adds a little bit of moisture to a dry-ish eye area. So that's why I have to put a little bit of concealer there first. Then if there's anything else left over, I usually just go over my chin, just a little, you know, to just, if there's like a hint of pink there, and the end of my nose. I think my cold is gone now, but not positive. It might just be there a tiny little bit, so. All right, so that looks pretty good. It's the Fenty Beauty 160 is such a great color match for me. I mean, look at down here where there is no makeup, and then look at my face. That is great color match. Speaking of which, if you've never been color matched at Sephora, you've got to do that because it is so awesome. They have this machine that they use, Color IQ, where they take like a computer, they take this device and then they shoot a close-up picture of little squares on your face, and then it tells them exactly what your color match is, and they can tell you exactly what foundations that they carry that you will get a perfect match for your foundation. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to try the Fenty Beauty when it came out, because it was one that I had a perfect match for. It's so accurate, and I love that system. I wish they had it. I don't know if it's like a copyrighted thing that Sephora has, but I wish that they had that same machine at beauty counters in department stores and at Ulta. That would be great. Or even at a drugstore, but no, that'll never happen. Okay, so concealer on. And then for contour, I have to go back to my Jordana contouring stick. And no matter how many contouring products I buy, I love this. I also do love the NYX Wonder Stick too. So if you can't find the Jordana one, the NYX one is just as good. I think the reason why I like this one better is because you see how wide that is? It just makes it so much easier. I just go right about here and then go up towards my temple and take that same brush and blend it. And there's my contour right there. Nice, subtle, not overdone contour. Blends like a dream. The reason why I keep using this brush over and over again is because once it has foundation and stuff on it, it makes everything else seem to blend better. I will switch off to another brush once I do my blush though. Yeah, when I use the NYX Wonder Stick, because it's thinner, I have to like draw over a bigger area, so this is just easier. So this was the Jordana Sculpt and Go Creamy Contour Stick in the shade Light, which is number 1, and I buy this at Walgreens. I need to go to Walgreens more often because they carry some brands that I don't see at other stores, and I really like Jordana. They make a lot of great products, but that's the only place that I've ever seen Jordana. Oh, Primark has it too, but of course Primark is only in Massachusetts. Okay, so next is going to be blush. I've been reaching for my MAC Blushbaby Blush so much lately, and I've had this for so long. This is just one of their sheer tone blushes, and I'm going to use an e.l.f. mineral powder brush to apply this because I like the size of this for blush. And I'm just going to blend some of that right over the contour and maybe go in just a little bit more. This is just such a great color. It's like a sort of like a mauvey pink shade. Goes with so many things. Okay, highlighter. I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution SophX highlighter palette, but I'm going to try out a different shade than what I used yesterday. So I think the first time I used this pinky shade. And then yesterday I used this sort of a light peach shade. So today I'm going to try the lightest one, which is this really pretty gold color. And I'm going to use my Morphe M501 brush that I found at Ulta. Some Ultas have huge Morphe displays now, and there's one about a half hour from my house that has almost a whole aisle of Morphe products. So I'm just going to dust my brush in there and just go right across the top of my cheekbones. You see that? have a tendency when I apply my highlighter to just go in a little too far. There we go. I'm doing that to try to make it look even on both sides. Still got too much on that side. Okay, that's pretty, and you can definitely see it. Okay, so next, I'm just going to apply bronzer. Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light. And I'm going to use this Wet n Wild brush. They don't have names on them. So just swirl my bronzer in there, my brush in my bronzer, and go right along the hairline. And under my chin, and right along the jawline, and then right along the perimeter of my face. I love this bronzer. I don't think I'll ever find anything that I love that much. They only have 2 shades of it, but the light one works so nice for me. And if you're darker than me, I bet you would really enjoy the other shade. So I would say, you know, light skin, try this. Did I hear something about them coming out with a 3rd shade, a dark shade? I don't know if it's in development or if it came out, but I vaguely remember reading something about that. So that would really be cool. You need at least 3 shades in your range. Okay, next would be, oh, I forgot something for the face products. Yeah, I was telling you yesterday that I got this free deluxe sample at Ulta of the CoverFX Perfect Setting Powder in Light, because I think I got it because I had spent a certain amount of money or something like that. So it's just got this little sifter on the top, and what I do is just put a little bit in the cap, and then just take a small-ish brush. This is just a MAC 130, and I just use this because it fits perfectly in this cap. Tap off the excess, and then put it in the areas where I have any redness, which would be my chin. And the end of my nose. This is such a nice powder. It doesn't feel like regular powder because it doesn't have talc in it. And then right this part of my face here. Okay. Yeah, just wherever, you know, I get a little bit of redness, and that will keep it at bay, especially since I put a little bit of concealer there. Okay, now we can move on to the eyes. Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion. If you've ever used the original and you didn't like how it dries your eye area, try the anti-aging one because it doesn't do that. So it's just got a doe foot applicator, so I just put some from the wand onto my eye and then just blend it out with my finger. So this is why I had to put the concealer there, because this doesn't cover any redness. But I do like the way my eyeshadows go on over this. Okay. And one tube of this, it'll go bad before you can use it up. You know, if you use this every single day, you'll have to throw it out before. I mean, I'm just trying to say that one tube of this lasts a long time. Not that the product goes bad fast or anything. It's just there's a lot in there. How much is in there? It's only 1/3 of an ounce, so it's not a lot, but it lasts a long time. Okay, let's move on to the eyeshadows. Today I'm going to try one of those Essence metals that I talked about in yesterday's video. Was it yesterday's video? No, it was the video before that. I had on the metals eyeshadow in Ballerina Glam, I believe it was called. So today I'm going to use the Vanilla Brilliance as my brow bone and inner corner highlight. So let's see, what brush do I want to use? I'm just going to use a MAC 239 brush. And this is a baked shadow, so you could use it wet if you wanted to. But I'm going to use it dry and just put it right under the brow. This is a shader brush, but I don't know, I feel like I can get really good placement with this. Okay, and then a little bit in the inner corners. This side here. So hard to get things symmetrical, isn't it? All right, there we go. Well, that's pretty. Okay, now the other shadow that I'm going to use is also from the metals, and it is the one I was raving about yesterday, how I was saying I was just dying to try it. This is number 9 Patina Glow. Now I'm hoping this is going to be one of those one and done shadows. I don't know. I was originally going to use that Velvet Essence the Velvet Taupe shadow, but the more I looked at that next to this, I don't think the tones would be quite right. I don't think that would look good together. So instead, I'm going to try using this just by itself and see how we do. Now, I'm going to take my Sephora concealer brush and I'm going to use that to apply it because we're going to be going over a large area. I'm going to tap off the excess because this is a baked shadow, so you're going to get some fallout. All right, here we go. I love these kinds of colors. I would classify this as a pewter. I have a shadow by MAC called Smoke and Diamonds. My all-time favorite shadow of all time. It was limited edition from the Star Flash collection. And I actually have 2 of them. I loved it so much I ran back and bought another one when that came out. And I didn't get it when the collection first came out because I wasn't into MAC at that time. I bought it at a CCO, which stands for Cosmetic Company Outlet. It's a place where you can get discounted makeup from previous collections. So anyways, yeah, I absolutely fell in love with it and I ran back and bought a second one. I think that's the only time I've ever done that in my whole life, bought 2 of the same eyeshadow. So anyways, this reminds me so much of that. And yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that they are quite similar. You know what? I'm going to have to go get that and show you. I'm going to have to go get it and show you so we can compare them. Be right back. Okay, so I just went and got it. And let's hold these up side by side because, man, if this is a dupe, everybody's going to need this. Oh, wow. That's really close, you guys. Oh, God. Okay. So, if there's any way that you can get a hold of Essence's The Metals eyeshadows, this is number 9, Patina Glow. And the reason why I say that is these aren't like brand new eyeshadows. I have no idea why my Christmas tree shop has putting them in the permanent section recently. Because I thought that these were part of a limited edition collection for fall and winter by Essence for 2017. So I don't know what's going on with that. But if you have a Christmas tree shop, a Bed Bath & Beyond, or a Harmon Face Values drugstore, check this out. It's just like MAC Smoke and Diamonds, my all-time favorite eyeshadow of all time. Sort of a cross between pewter and taupe. Just gorgeous, gorgeous shadow. Especially if you have blue or gray eyes. I feel like this color just, Okay, so is this a one and done eyeshadow? Absolutely. Because see what it's doing in the crease area. Looks a little bit darker on the outside edge. It looks like I blended a darker shadow into that area. So this is a one and done eyeshadow. Even better, right? Because now we don't have to fuss with anything else. It looks like I used multiple eyeshadows and I didn't. I'm just, blending it a little bit more. All right. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a small pencil brush. This one is by Zoeva. And I'm going to drag just a little bit more of this shadow right along the lower lash line. Yeah, it didn't even occur to me until just now that this could be a dupe for Smoke and Diamonds. Okay. And now I'm going to take an Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Black Fever. It's number 1. Fantastic eyeliner if you've never tried these. You can pick this up the same time you pick up the eyeshadow. And I'm just smudging that right at the base of my lower lashes. And now I'm just gonna curl my lashes with my Shiseido lash curler. They have these right at the checkout at Ulta when you're standing in line, and they have those little boxes right near the checkout. And considering it's Shiseido, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it's something that you use every single day. And it's not like makeup where you're going to use it up. So I feel like it's worth the money because I tried so many eyelash curlers before, cheap ones, and I don't know, they just never seem to work for me. Okay, mascara. Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. I'm so glad I tried this. I love it. I don't buy a lot of high-end things, but again, mascara is something you're going to use every single day, so it's kind of worth it, I think, to spend a little bit more. I can even use it on my lower lashes, and it doesn't smudge or anything. I can't say how this compares to Benefit Roller Lash because I've never used Roller Lash, but from what I've seen in people's videos, I don't think I would like Roller Lash because it's not intense enough for me. I like mascara to actually, you know, I like you to be able to look at the lashes and actually see a difference. Okay. Next, I'm going to use these Ardell magnetic accent lashes that I've been talking about in the last couple of videos. And you get 4 lashes in a box. One set goes above your natural lashes, and these are accents, so they go on the outer part. The other piece you put underneath your lashes. They have magnets on them, so when you put the 2 pieces, one on the top, one on the bottom of your top lashes, the magnets stick together and it holds them in place. And they're not going to fall off or anything like that. It's just a case of getting them to be lined up exactly right, because once you put them on, if they aren't lined up, you're just going to have to pull them off and start over again to get them on there just right. So it's pretty time consuming, not going to lie to you, but it does get easier the more you do it, just like with anything else in life. So because this is such a time consuming process, I'm going to have to do it off camera. So I'll be back when my lashes are on. Okay, got it. 10th time's the charm. I've been storing these in this box the same way they came, because I think if you just pull off both lashes at the end of the night and throw them in the box, I don't know if that would weaken the magnets over time, so I'm separating them and placing them separate in there. I'm not sure about that, but I think, yeah, with magnets, if you keep 2 stuck together for a long time, it might lose its strength. Alright, so the lashes are on, so that means the only thing left to do is the lips. And I've been enjoying this e.l.f. lip plumper. And it's just like a clear, it smells like cinnamon. And that's just going to plump up my lips a little bit. And I'm going to use the same lip liner that I used in yesterday's video, but I'm going to use a different lipstick with it this time. This is the new Essence Soft Contouring Lip Liner in number 8, Big Proposal. It's just a pretty, like, pinky mauve shade that I think is going to go with a lot of my lip products. So I'm just going to outline my lips. We'll line them. And I'm not going to fill them in because I really want to emphasize the color of the lipstick. I'm going to try out that new MAC Mere lipstick that I got from Back to Macking some items the other day. It's not a new lipstick, but it's new to me. I've never owned it. It's a matte finish, and it's just a pretty pinky mauve shade. I thought that would look nice with this shade of eyeshadow, and yeah, I really like it. That is the finished look. Okay, I washed my hair and it's still wet, but if I take it down, it's still going to be wet, but So that's it. I guess that Essence shadow is a one and done eyeshadow. I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me video, and thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.